Hello, ghouls and ghoulettes. We are going to look at how to dial in the Skeleta tone on this a Line 6 Helix. This happens to be a Helix stomp. If you've watched any of the other videos in this series, you know we're on a quest to dial in every single Ghost album tone into a Helix patch. So follow along if you got a Helix. There is a lot of basic prerequisite info that I covered in the past videos, but just a quick review. A lot of the Ghost sound is going to come from a humbucker equipped guitar like this SG. I will probably switch to another guitar just to like cross-reference it. Although this is a little different because unlike the other ones where I'm dialing it in real time, I've done this one in advance. And they're in D standard. Right off the bat, the number one rule, less gain, especially on this tone. If you want your guitar sounding like this, let's start by dialing in this totally empty spot. So what you see here is the Helix edit window for the Helix Stomp. Every single one of these blocks is already on there. Other than this one here, pitch one, which we're not gonna worry about. That's for my own personal use. Everything else makes up the tone. So we're just gonna go ahead and start by turning them all off. And your guitar will sound just like Skeleta. Sounds perfect, doesn't it? Not quite. I'm gonna fix this mic a little bit. The first thing we're gonna do is add the amp and the cab. I wasn't able to find too much info on what amps they were using when I made this, because I'll be honest, I've been slacking. I made this tone back in July or June or whenever I made the short. There's a short that's been out for a while. If you're a guitar player that likes Ghost, listen up. I'm going with the Placard or Dirty. It's based off of Friedman, which is basically just a modified Marshall. Not a whole lot of drive. I'm actually below 1. Bass is at 3.5. Mids are at 2.4. Lots of treble, 6.1. Presence, 6.8. Channel volume, 8.5. Master, 7.2. Sag, 5.0. This HBE switch is on. The fat switch is off. The C45 is on. The saturation is off. I don't really touch the ripple bias and bias X. I don't know. I just never have. But this is what it sounds like with no cab. That's just the amp. Sounds beautiful, right? Anyways, we're going to add a cab, and I'm going to take you out of your misery. This is our cab. Let's turn it on. And immediately... Ooh, I forgot how to play the song. But immediately, that makes a world of a difference. And I'm not doing anything that I haven't done. Actually, maybe I did do something different. I did 2 different cabs. Look at that. It works, though. The one cab we're going to talk about now is the Marshall. It's based off of Marshall, 1960A. It's got the Celestion 75s in it. We're using the Shure 57. Position 5.2, whatever that means. Distance is 1 3/4 inches away. There's no low cut or high cut. And why that is, because if you recall in the last couple of videos, I would make these massive low cut and high cut things. I would usually do like an 80 hertz low cut and a really massive high cut. It was usually around like 5.5. But I started noticing that while that sounded like really good in my in-ears, it didn't give front of house enough information. It was basically like it was fine for a mix, but there was nothing for them to work with. So what I started doing was EQing my in-ears to get all the harshness out. I'll make a little one on this next one here. Like I made a high cut at 12K on the other cab, the British with V30s, but it's not like I used to make them like down here, even farther down, like down there. So we're not going to do that this time. We're going to play with a little more of the high frequencies. And if you're using this for recording, you can mess with it too. But this is what I did for the second cab. We have the 421. It's based off of Sennheiser 421, my favorite mic in the entire world for guitars and toms. Position 3.5, distance 1 inch. We saw that earlier. They're basically leveled about the same. This one's a little lower in the mix, negative 6.9. That's our like basic amp sound, and it's pretty good. It's not bad. But I felt like it needed a little bit more push, so that's why I went over here and I did what we did last time. If it wasn't broke, don't fix it. We used the Mintar. There's a basic premise to all these tones, as you've noticed right now. We haven't even touched an orange because the Mintar, I just find, gives it a little bit more life. A lot of my Helix patches have this on there. It makes it feel a little nicer. That was that. We got the gain at 0.6. We got the tone at 5.3. We got the level at 6.0. Now, this next thing, I don't think I did in any of the other ones, but I added a compressor, the Kinky Comp. Look at that. It's another one of those things that just kind of beefens the tone up. So if I'm playing like Peace Field, now let's A-B it. So that was with it. Let's turn it off. And we turn it on. I'm finding it makes it a little more even to play, because the thing about this tone is it's not super high gain, and it's really actually it's quite low gain compared to like the like Prequel and Perez super high gain, if you remember that. This is more comparable to Meliora, but the difference is Meliora is a lot like, they're both mid-rangey. When I first heard this, I was like, this is like Blizzard of Oz, Diary of a Madman kind of tone. You know what else it is? It's it has a very late 70s, early 80s vibe to it, but different than like Meliora's. Like Meliora's tone is a lot smoother than this one. This one's a little rough around the edges, and the compressor helps smooth it out, I think, a little. And now we got the last part, which is, well, actually, that's not true. We have a second to last part. This EQ is just emphasizing that mid-range. So it's off right now. Check it out. That was not off of Skeleta, but do you know what that song was from? Actually, can you name every single riff we've played so far? I bet you can't. Can you name this one? I bet you can't, but if you can, you got a great taste in music. EQ moves that we did. We took out some of the super sub lows. We actually boosted the mud frequency. We boosted 250 a little bit to kind of give us, because that's like sort of getting into our upside down smiley face thing. We want to emphasize the mid-range. So the biggest boost is around 500 hertz, and that's almost a whopping 5 decibel boost. We have like the high mids at 1 and 2K notched up, and then right around 4K, it starts to come down a little bit. I also think, now that I'm talking out loud, that may be why I don't have to make such a big boost, or rather a big high cut on the cabs, because this is taking a lot of it out already. Do you guys hear the difference between versus I think that mid-range boost really is like the deciding factor in this tone. And the last little thing we did was we added a splash of this dynamic plate reverb. Just to review real quick, we got a 10-band graphic EQ. We got the Minotaur. We got the Kinky Comp. We got the 10-band graphic. Got the Placket or Dirty. We got 2 cabs, a dual cab, and now here we're just adding the dynamic plate. We're doing this just to make it feel like, you know, you're in a room playing an amp. It's dialed in really subtly. I think the reverb helps it just like feel more comfortable. Let's switch guitars. We've heard it on the SG, which has the stock pickups in it, which is the 498 and the 490 the Gibson pickups. Only other guitar I have in D standard right now is my Charvel. This is definitely a Meliora guitar. I think now the Charvel is the more appropriate. Let's see how it sounds on the Charvel. This has Seymour Duncan pickups in it, a Floyd. It's a little more modern Ghost. I could test it on a Strat, but it's very much like a traditional single coil Strat. So we're gonna test it on this guy. We tested it on 2 guitars. It's a distorted tone. If you have a humbucker and you're in D standard, it should pretty much cover it. You might have to tweak a couple parameters. So we're 3 albums in now. We've done Skeleta, Impera, and Meliora. That means we got 3 albums left. We got to do Brickell, Opus, and Infestissimum. Be on the lookout for that, and you'll want to subscribe so you can dial in all these sounds as well. Anybody knows any good cheap guitars with P90s in them, let me know. I would love to get a gold top with P90s, but I don't have the kind of money I could just throw around to buy a gold top for one video. If you have any alternatives for a solid P90 guitar, let me know. Or even just any P90 pickups. I could probably, yeah. Even if you have recommendations for a P90 pickup in the bridge, let me know. I hope this helps you out dialing your Ghost tones in, and I will see you very soon in the next video. Peace out.